Hi there, I hope everything's great with you. You are taking care of yourself and also helping others. Um, I want to explore with you what is a desire? That's the question. It's a sensation generated by thoughts. Um, it revolves around an object. So, thoughts, emotions, everything, okay? And this object, unfortunately, can be a person too. It's just a name, just the title there. Why do people have desires? Well, it can be because they lack something in their lives, or whatever they have is not satisfying them. And so they create a fantasy in relation to an object. Not necessarily is the truth, okay? Most of the time is not the truth. Expecting that object will fulfill them, or the relationship with that person will fulfill them. And there are many people who will tell others to just indulge, just satisfy those desires they are having. Others like me, not so much. But I don't believe in repressing, suppressing. No, I have tried. It doesn't work. But I do believe in managing them and even become free from desires. That I do believe. I can control them also. And there are basically 5 ways to dealing with them. Remember, no repression, no suppression. Okay, so there's 5 ways, they don't include those 2. The first and most basic one is to satisfy the desire within some limitations, some boundaries, which will give you a sense of control. So I remember many years ago, a vegetarian friend of mine, she was walking on the street and she saw a food that she really liked. She loved it. But she didn't buy it because it had meat. Instead, as soon as she came home, she cooked a vegetarian version of that. And it was delicious. I was there. It was very good. So ask yourself in which way you can satisfy your desire without indulging it, so you can control it. You can also compensate. The typical example is when a person desires the company of another person. Instead, they just go jogging, doing exercise, Is there anything I can do that will give me so much satisfaction that I don't lose myself in a desire? That's a question. Third, voluntary service is a very good way to get a deep satisfaction. Probably some will say it's like compensation. Probably it is. So many desires are conquered without much effort. I have been a volunteer for almost 40 years, and that's my experience, because it awakens in me the need to be the best version of myself. So how can I give others the best of myself? So in this way, the desires will be, lessened or even controlled. Fourth, many times you can satisfy a desire by improving yourself. Let's say you want to have a certain position in your company, which is a desire. So you start to take some training, you work better, you improve, and at some point you'll be enabled for that position. So which improvement will help me to reach a goal so that I experience my desires are fulfilled? And the last point, the last way to deal with a desire, and probably there are many more, a spiritual practice like meditation or yoga empowers, improving the individual resilience, and then they are able to deal with desires in a positive way. The reason is that instead of indulging the desire, there is focus on something that fulfills the being. So what can I do spiritually to satisfy my being, and so my desires don't create any obstacle on the way? So I hope this helps you in relation to desires, okay? Especially now with the crisis, so many people lost many things, many other people. So probably the desires are all there. So it's important to deal with them. Okay, Take care. See you next week. Bye bye.